Well, well, look who's transformed. You look great in those clothes, by the way. I'm glad my eyes didn't fail me. Those clothes fit you perfectly. Huh? Human clothing isn't to your liking? Well, fair enough. It's nothing grand or fancy like what you elves tend to wear, but you do have to admit, it is comfortable, right? And if you're not gonna compliment the clothing, at least compliment my incredible ability to pick out an outfit that actually fits you. Hey, you can't blame me for picking something that doesn't suit your fancy. You specifically wanted to avoid human contact when we went to the city, so, can't exactly get you to try on clothing or even get your measurements done by a human with that sort of attitude, you know? Well, look, I'm glad that you're at least okay with talking to me now, despite you acting very sassy, but at least it's progress. Can't exactly blame you after how those human bandits treated you. Speaking of which, you still haven't told me why they targeted you specifically. Do you want to tell me now? You don't want to tell me. Got it. That's fine, but if I don't know the reason, then I also don't know how much of a risk it is to have you around me. For all I know, you could be someone extremely valuable in terms of your status in the elven hierarchy. Something like that would put you in a lot of danger without other elves around you. But of course, that also means that it would put me in a lot of danger too. So, I'd say that's a pretty accurate depiction of our current situation. Hey, what? Ow, hey, don't hit me. Look, I fed you, you know? Even spent that little amount of coin I had to get you your own room at an inn. Sheesh, what am I on about? Someone with a high status in the elven hierarchy wouldn't be acting like you, that's for sure. Okay, I'll drop it. Sorry, I'm just messing with you. Teasing you is just, I don't know. It's sort of my way of getting you to loosen up, I guess. To forget the fact that you were ever treated so badly just a few days ago. I've also noticed it's how I get you to, actually talk to me. You say that, but it works, right? You're speaking to me pretty normally right now, after all. Anyways, enough about that topic. We really need to plan our next moves, you know? That requires your cooperation as well. Well, a lot of your cooperation and input, because a lot of this has to do with you. What do you want to do now? You've been with me for like 3 days now. I've treated your wounds, bought you some clothes, and even fed you, so whatever comes next is completely up to you. You you're not sure? Well, that's fine, but isn't there anyone that's expecting you to return home? No one. Really? I see. So you left home for the sake of seeking new adventures, but then you quickly encountered those bandits, huh? Not quite the best start to an adventure. You know, usually when you start an adventure, you'd want to start by traveling with a party of some kind, watching each other's backs and keeping each other safe as you travel together. That sort of stuff are the advantages of being in a group. It's not something you can do on your own. But, well, there's not exactly much we can do about that now. What's done is done. But I am curious though. After that setback of being captured by the bandits, do you still plan on continuing? I mean, even though you told your family that you're going out for adventures, I'm sure you're gonna end up back to your town eventually, right? Like, just to bring back, like, treasure maybe, or to show off a new title that you have, such as, I don't know, the hero of the world perhaps. Something like that. Fair enough. I sort of understand what you mean by that. I'm similar to you in a way, but I do still want to return back to my hometown once I've gained enough treasure to, support my family and all that. Now, enough about that, I guess. Returning back to my previous question, are you planning on continuing this whole adventuring thing? Because it is dangerous, and I'm sure you know that now. I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to give up. So you still want to try, but you're afraid. Well, after what you've been through, can't exactly blame you for feeling that way. This whole adventuring thing, it's not something everyone can do. It's a dangerous job where people's lives are on the line. So, honestly, I applaud you for even trying. The fact that you're still here, wanting to try even further despite your fears, you're amazing. You really are. I'm not just saying this. Yes, I think you're incredible. I mean, after such a huge setback, you're still thinking about trying this adventuring thing again. I know I wouldn't. At least, not if I was a beginner. Um, hey, I know you don't trust me completely yet, but after these few days of being around you, I've come to realize that traveling with another person is actually really nice. It's been a while since I last worked with someone, so I was thinking, you're a beginner, and you could use some help, to get the bearings of things, and I could use a friend. I think that you and I should form a party. Just the two of us for now. We could always expand the party later if we're dealing with a really difficult quest, but together we could really accomplish some things. I mean, right now you may not be too much of help, but I could teach you a thing or two, especially when it comes to wielding swords. That way you can defend yourself in the future and even be a vital asset to the team. I've heard that elves are quite talented in the art of magic. If you don't know any right now, we could probably get you to learn some during our journeys. So, what do you think? You're willing to give it a try, but you're worried about not being useful enough. Please don't worry about that right now. You know, I was completely useless and helpless when I first started. Could even barely put my own boots on. Look, everyone has to start somewhere. If this is where you start, then that's completely fine. Who knows? Maybe I'm actually gonna be traveling with the future best mage in history. Okay. Maybe that was a bit much of an exaggeration, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? Good. I just want you to know that I don't mind traveling with you at all. If anything, I've actually been enjoying it so far. So as long as you're okay with it too, then shall we form a party together? Yes! Thank you. We'll make a great team, I promise. And I'll teach you just about everything that I know as well. So, I hope you're willing to learn, because it's not gonna be easy. I like your spirit. In that case, shall we head out? To where? That's simple. We're simply heading in the direction of adventures. So, come on, keep up. Or at least try to keep up, because the first lesson is already on its way.